Welcome back to another awesome video with Lord Fish, and we are going to make something else for Christmas I thought of. You see a lot of rocking houses, also rocking houses, but mostly rocking horses for like old Christmas stuff. So just as a decoration, maybe we'll make a rocking horse and then we can make a mini decoration out of it after or whatever for your game. If you want to make one with me, go ahead and follow the steps. If you need to size it, we'll start off by sizing it. Like that. And then we'll do this guy over here. Alright, and then the last one. And we're ready to go. And I don't really have a plan like always. Might not be the best way to go in, but I feel like that's the best way to get something that looks artistic and different. So I'll just start off something like that. Maybe we'll shift D that, because we're going to need to make ourselves a chair for it after. And we'll remind ourselves of that by giving it a bit of shape too. Alright. So this can be the main body of it. This can be his belly, his butt, his like, I don't know what to call it, the part under his neck. Upper torso. Yeah, we'll go with that. Upper torso. So we're just going to round those, and it's going to be the wrong bevel, but we'll change it. Telby likes it. Do about 6. And we can change it or we can leave it like that. That's pretty much the shape I want. And it'll give us a nice flat top to attach to, so maybe we'll do it like that. We're just going to do the opposite on this guy. And we'll just grab these 4 edges, and I'm left click and then shift left click, grab the rest, control B, and just adjust it till it's kind of a nice little roundness to the edges. It's not a sharp edge at least. And if you go down, the bevels be a bit more sharper if that's what you want. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to go with that. Bump it down till the woods meet. So we have a seat on top of our main horse part here. Maybe we'll make it a little bit more narrow that way, and just a little bit more fatter that way. Something like that. You can tinker around with it, take your time, and make yours much nicer than mine. I'll just give you an example. So we're going to copy that shape again. We'll see if we can use it for his head. I don't know exactly how we're going to do that yet, but we'll also see if we can use it for his neck. So we're going to copy again. And we'll just, obviously, we're going to have to adjust the shape a little bit. So we're going to hit S. It's shrunken in all ways, that way this will fit inside of his body. And you'll notice it kind of edges in. So we'll figure out the right angle. 45 maybe. Something like that. Maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. Depends exactly what you're after. Maybe 65. Yeah. It's a bit more what I'm after. Make sure you're not cutting into that other piece. We can bump that back just a hair. We can move that forward just a hair. Now we have a pretty clean look. Might have to be a little smaller. This way. This way. You adjust it the way you think it's best, though. We're just going to give you the general shape to get you there. Okay, so for his head, we're going to have to change this a little bit. And what I'm going to do is we're going to use some manipulations to give it a bit of a standout shape. We'll keep this the same thickness as the main body, so now it stands out on the top, just like that one does. It actually looks like we need to be moved over on this one a little bit. Is it this one? Yeah, that's the one. Just make sure we're centered there. I must have moved it by accident. So looking good again. We'll copy this one. We'll shift D it. And then we're going to S it a little bit. It does the same thing and just gives us a little edge on either side. A little more maybe. Something like that. Okay. And it kind of looks like Yoshi now, but I think we're getting there in the shape that we're looking for. May have to tilt his head a little bit too, but something like this. Like it's starting to look pretty good. Maybe a little like that. Gonna have to mess with it a bit to get the exact right shape. Yeah, okay. So maybe we'll do some kind of shape down the back for hair down the back of his neck or something after. We're gonna have to give him some eyes and stuff. So maybe we can work on that. So I would probably Shift D this again. Just keep reusing the same shape, might as well. It's already here. So I'm gonna go a little bit thicker for it'll stand out on either side. And that way when we go to give it a color or something, it'll be a little easier. We'll boost it into place for his eyes. Okay, maybe down a little bit. We could probably make it a little bit bigger in general, but just gonna get it in and kind of work on the look after. So something like that. A big old eye on either side. It's just gonna be a square eye. It's supposed to be a rocking horse, so it should look fine like that, I think. I'm gonna go into edit mode and go to faces. Okay. We're just gonna hit eye. Something like that. And then on either side, we're just gonna grab this one. We're just gonna pull it up just a little bit. Like that. Oh, you know what? Let's go back, undo it, and let's do them both at the same time so they're more symmetrical. I'm sorry about that, guys. Just thinking about it, if we do wide like that, it should do both sides at once. Looks pretty good. Looks like he has some eyes now. And we will take that shift and Shift D it. Just take that shape and Shift D it. And we're gonna go ahead and make this much wider, and this is going to be a handle this time for holding on to. And I believe they don't have ears on these things. I could be mistaken. Maybe some do, but I don't know if maybe these are his ears. Kind of looks like it's a deer, but I think you guys get the idea. How can we do this now? We're going to shift. Oops. Let's undo whatever I just did there. I accidentally clicked something. I'm going to Shift D it. I'm going to pull it up. Push S. Shrink it down. Actually, let's delete that. Let's get a new shape for once. We'll Shift A. Get another cube. And I'm not exactly sure how to do this, but we'll figure it out. I'm going to shrink it down to be a kind of like mohawk type look for him. I think it would start right around the top of his head or so. I feel like this is a bad idea. When your kid just chop his face right into that. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't have that. That seems like a danger thing. Alright. Let's just assume I'm wrong about that, I guess. And we'll move forward. Maybe we're going to try doing some pegs that go into a rocking piece. So we'll ask to shrink it. I don't know how long these things should be either. These are going to be his legs, basically, or kind of look like it anyways. I don't know, our child's starting to be dangerously high off the ground if they're rocking on this sucker. Let's try... Nope. Something like, not even that, eh? 45 maybe? Minus 45. That. Something like that. Get the angle right when we get it up higher. It doesn't look like that's right either. I don't feel like that's right. I feel like it needs to be more up and down. Maybe something like that. That looks a bit better to me. Might have to shrink the size of them a little bit to make them fit a little bit better. Anyways, pause the video if you need to kind of adjust it for a while till you kind of get the right look that you want to go for. Maybe that's a little too low. Just to make it fit better, right? Okay, something like that. I should have just stuffed it in the side. I don't really know. We'll Shift D it. And it looks like it's actually a little short too, so maybe we'll delete that, make this a bit longer. Trying to get the right scale for this stuff might be a bit hard, but we'll get there. Just need to take your time and just keep adjusting it until it looks right. Something like this, Shift D. You know what, actually delete that. Let's put this on a bit of an angle too, like 15 or something. Yeah, something like that. Just think it'll look better like that for some reason. And then we'll Shift D. And we will go just maybe 0, 0 it for now to move it back until we get it into place. And then we can copy them and put them on the other side and change the chords. That's wrong. Oh, what was it again? Minus 20, 15. Minus 20 and 15. Oh, it's got to be minus 15. Alright. Perfect. Something like that. Alright, now this needs to go into a rocking piece, so maybe we'll do that, or maybe we should copy to the other side. You know what? It might have been better to do it a different way that I just thought of. If we set it up and just tilt the whole thing after, might be a better way. Let's try to make the piece we're going to need to lean into. Sorry about the delay there. Shift D. Oops, nope, that's wrong. Undo that, Shift A. And we're gonna make... Let's use cylinder, I suppose. And we're gonna have to tilt that sideways where we can see it better. The wrong way again. So that might not be the wrong way. Let's do 90 here. Nope. There we go. Let's move down, kind of get it in place, and we'll see what we got to do to make it work. So basically, we have to have a rounded bottom that's going to kind of roll onto to make the whole thing kind of make sense. So obviously that's way too thick, so do something like this. That's a little big, obviously. And then we'll Shift-D it. And we'll do something like this. And we're just going to make that bigger. And we're going to know the piece a little bit better after. I don't know if I want to do it that way, actually. Let's delete that, Shift-A. I'll make a square, and it'll be a better cut. Be a better way to do it, I think. And just put it where you think the middle is, and go as close as you can at least. And then once this piece is cut, we should be able to manipulate it a little more to get the right shape again. It's kind of a difficult piece, even though it seems like an easy concept. But it's actually kind of difficult. Do something like that, a little skinnier, probably. Something like that. And then we'll move it up. Tilt this one 15 degrees one way. I think it was top one. Yeah, but that one's minus 15. This one we will do minus 15. Sorry, no, it was just regular 15 on that side. Something like that. Let's make sure they're in the wood. Okay, should be good. We'll join it to that piece. Control Yeah, we'll do that. Control J. And now we can move it by the bottom axis and we should be able to copy to the other side. So we can Shift D and drag it this way. Add a minus. I just right click to cancel that. And now it's on the other side. And now we just got to figure out one more angle. And I think we decided on 20 or minus 20. Nope, that's not it. So maybe we'll try this one a little bit. Yeah. So we'll do 110 here. And then we'll just drag it up into position like that. And this one will be 70. And we'll drag it into position on the other side. And just make sure that none of these are bleeding through the other side like I had mine. This one is just a little bit. Alright, and I think we got it. So we have our rocking horse. Proportions seem a little off, but I think you get the idea. I don't think we're missing anything. I don't think they have a tail or anything. Oh, maybe they do have a tail, actually. I don't know. We're not going to do it. Yeah, we're not going to do tail on ours. So, hopefully you guys... Oh, no, we'll do some coloring, actually. Let's make it look all Christmassy somehow. We'll figure something cool to do. I'd grab all your pieces, but don't grab this one yet. We'll grab everything else. Grab that one last. We'll make that the control point. Now that they're joined together, we'll go to the coloring menus. And we'll make the whole thing woody colored, I guess. So we'll go yellow. Then we'll make it a little brown. Like that for like a woody kind of color. Have to be in edit mode. Assign a color. Okay, it looks pretty good. If you want to do anything a different color, his eyes obviously. We would, in edit mode, click off everything, L over his eye, plus new. You can make it white. So let's just assign it. If you want to do another one and give him an eyeball there, we could do that. Plus new. Then add a dark color. Assign. Maybe we'll do something else here for seats, just to give it a little bit better color. New. Make that red maybe. I don't know why, but that's what we'll do. Get a darker red. Pretty cool. I think we're good. You could go ahead and add a mouth hole if you really wanted to. It'd be easy enough. Why did it do that? Should have took the whole thing. Oh, it did. So if I hit L over that, it'll take the whole thing, and then I just Shift D, and then I hit P, and I hit selection. Now it's a separate piece. So when I grab this, I could shrink it down like this. It's going to move out of the way a little bit. And we'll just go like that a little bit, and then we'll go like this a little bit. And it should be around the right size to just punch a hole out for his mouth if you want to give your little horsey a mouth. Something like that, I would do. Something like that. Oh yeah, we probably don't want a bool out of this, so it might destroy it. We'll see what we can do. We're going to do a bool, but we're going to do this one. And you see how the legs disappeared? We're going to see if we can fix that issue. I knew it was going to be an issue because you shouldn't join things before you do a bool. I think they call it a destructive bool. And as you see, if you find the right one, you can usually restore the pieces and still get away with the bool. It's just good to think about these things before rather than after. So we applied it. Now we can grab that piece, delete it, and there we go. He has a mouth. I feel like I'm probably missing one or two things. If your guy needs anything to make him more of a rocking horse, you go ahead and feel free to add it. I'm probably going to go with this. May go back into the coloring window one more time by grabbing it and hitting tab, and maybe I'll just add one more color just right here to his mouth. Oops, I can't highlight his mouth now, can I? No, because I booled it. We can't. Alright, well that's it then. So we'll end this video here, and if it helps you for your Christmas update, thanks for watching. And yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll keep on making cool things. Bye.